Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event for this evening. In the red corner, weighing a solid hefty 210 pounds, Eric.
I don't think that one was what I was wanting.
In the blue corner, the heavyweight champion of the world, also known as the J Train, weighing 170 pounds.
What a wuss.
Jason.
Okay, we're done.
The one fan in the crowd that brings like an air horn,
Right.
And then he gets kicked out. Like,
Yeah, you used it way too early. Anyways, welcome to Twilight, noobs.
that was an original opening, I think.
I want to hear what it sounded like, but we can't ever go back, and it's a sin to listen to your own podcast, so
That's true.
we'll never know. Do you even check the audio quality? Is it getting any better? Or, like, am I still too loud?
It's gotten the first couple episodes were like pretty bad, but
That's to be expected.
They're better now. They're definitely a lot better. I listened to like a little bit because like while I'm editing, you know,
Yeah, you have
so
to.
I can, yeah. But it could be better. Obviously, like we don't have like the greatest. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have great stuff.
Yeah,
but
we're not a massive studio. We're just here freelancing our way to podcast victory.
Got that right.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think we got any reviews this last week, did we? No one likes us anymore.
Yeah, you guys were just trash this week. Like,
in one way, didn't we get like over 100 or 200 downloads or something?
Yeah, but we got like loads of downloads. We just got no reviews. I've got like the most downloads we've ever gotten this week. But
What was
just
the word
no
you said?
reviews.
No reviews. No review.
It's a new word I'm trying out. It might work.
Why are we always making new words? Twilight New Vocabulary 101. We're going to make a book.
We make up words
original
all
words.
the time. I feel like someone can just make like a collaboration of just made up words that we've said.
The worst part is when we have our headphones in, or at least for me, I'll speak for myself. When I have headphones in, I speak gibberish because I can't hear myself clearly.
Yep. No.
So all of a sudden, I start tripping over my own tongue and stuff. It's weird.
No, I do the same thing. It's tough.
It's too bad.
So yeah, you guys were trash.
Yeah. So get better.
No reviews.
Suck less.
Yeah,
You guys
what was
suck.
that?
You guys need to step it up. What the heck?
Seriously.
We work our butts off for you guys. And this is how you leave. No, I'm just kidding. We're not that desperate, but come on, man. There's got to be a new listener out there that's got to give some feedback. If it's not 5 stars, still give it, but we only read 5-star reviews.
You guys killed it with the downloads though. That was sweet.
This is true. We're going in circles.
So-
This book isn't though. Holy crap. I almost cried.
No, you didn't.
I almost cried of like excitement. Like, hey, this actually is getting like not bad. This is actually getting good.
Yeah, it's a real shame the beginning of the book was the way it was. Because
It feels so right now. Like it feels like, oh, dude, yeah, it's getting good. I don't know. I don't want to just like ruin it for all the listeners. See what I mean? Oh my gosh, you can't talk. Ruby Roo. No, I don't want to ruin it for the listeners by saying how good it got because we'll dive into it a little bit. But I'm so excited. I'm excited to read the end of the book. You know, like to see what happens. Because she's got a freaking broken leg now. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I spilled the beans.
That was intense.
That was intense.
These chapters were short though.
I'm okay with that.
I was totally fine with that, but I was just like, like 21 especially. Like all of a sudden, like it was like 22. I was like, what? Like there was like 3 pages long or something like that. I don't even know. It's super short. But
It's almost comparable to this Netflix series that's out right now. It's a zombie series. It's called Black Summer, I think. It is the most annoying series because it has like I don't know how to describe it. Like 4 or 6 chapter breaks in between each episode. Like it'll literally, it's like following a book, and it'll go from one scene to the next scene. And sometimes it's like it'll like stop and do the next chapter, but it's still the same scene. Seriously, some of the chapters, like where it goes a black screen and it's got the words, and then it says, you know, sacrifice, and then it shows them walking for like 5 minutes, and like no camera angles, nothing new or anything, and then it goes to a black screen and shows the next scene or the next chapter, and it's like, really, we just wasted 5 minutes watching them walk? This is a dramatic, like, it's too artsy, you know, it's like modern art. It's not flavorful, it's disgusting. Anyways, but it reminded me of these chapters too, of this like how quick it was. Like, oh, dude. Anyways, these were good. That one's bad. I recommend people don't watch that TV series.
I've never heard of it, so I wouldn't watch it anyways. So
pretty weak
to know.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
So yeah, we're covering chapters 21 and 22 today.
We're almost there.
Like, is next week the last Twilight? Or no, I don't think so.
No way. 23. We go to like 20. Wait. It might be. It might be the season finale, dude.
We might, isn't it? But there's an epilogue. Isn't it 23 and 24?
I don't know.
Or is it just 23?
I don't read the end of the book first. Sorry. Yeah, there is an epilogue. And then, yeah, it's got enough pages.
Okay, so yeah, there's a
24. Third.
So we might just do like 23 next week, and then do 24 in the epilogue the following week.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So read.
Yeah, let's just jump in. We're in chapter 21. Phone
No,
call.
we can't do 23.
What?
Chapter
What?
23 is only 5
We can't just do an epilogue by itself.
But we also can't do 5 pages for an hour.
I don't want to do like all 3 of them at once, though.
Oh, how do we split it up? We'll have to split one of chapter 24 and chapter 24 in half or something.
We'll look over it and we'll find. You'll see next week whether or not. Whatever.
We're screwed.
Yeah, we should have planned this better. But anyways,
We
chapter
don't plan
21
at all. That's how good we are.
I know, right? 21 phone call. So this is. I wrote a note here too.
More like phony call.
I wrote where I said phone call. Finally, a proper title. Like per chapter.
Wait, where's my bell? I want to get wrecked on that one. I don't remember the app I was using. Dang it. Oh well. Yeah, dude. You just wrecked Stephanie Meyer right now.
Dude, I feel like her titles have just been so weak. This is like actually finally like a proper title. It's like phone call. It's like, what could that mean? You know what I mean? Like what's the phone call about? Like, is it Edward that's calling her, or is she calling Carlisle? Like,
Is
you know
it
what I mean?
Mom?
Like, yeah, like what is it? And we finally like it's just like I don't know.
Bomb
I felt
dropping.
like it was a proper title.
Boom, atom bomb. Yeah. Everybody just got wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, let's jump in. So the chapter starts off with Bella waking up pretty early. I think
groggy.
she finds out it's like 2 a.m, I believe.
Jasper and Alice are just like talking super fast, possessed like in the other room. Having one of those weird conversations.
Yeah, they were talking and stuff like that. So Bella she goes and just sees what's going on. And Alice is drawing again. She's sketching, and Jasper's kind of just like looking and just seeing what's going on. Bella says, "Did she see something more?" And yep, she did.
No! What could it be?
What could it be is right. So she's drawing this square room with dark beams across this low ceiling. Walls are paneled in wood.
Dude, do it more tense voice. Come on, get into it. More tense.
There was a dark carpet with a pattern in it. A large window against the south wall.
Whoa!
And an opening through the west wall led to the living room. One side of the entrance was stone. The focus on the room was, from this perspective, a TV and VCR balanced on 2 small wooden stands.
Dude, you suck. Hold on. Okay, let me take over.
All right.
Where In the southwest corner of the room, an aged sectional sofa curved around in front of the TV, a round coffee table in front of it.
The phone goes there.
I whispered.
That's my mother's house.
Okay, stop it. You're supposed to whisper. You're supposed to be like
sorry.
super. It's supposed to be super dramatic. The phone goes there.
Yeah, but
That's my mother's house. Come on, man.
yeah. We find out it's what Alice is drawing is Bella's mom's house.
Oh,
that's
shoot.
So that's pretty scary.
That was pretty cool. Right when she said that's my mother's house, I was like, oh, it's not the ballet studio. Oh, shoot, dude. This is crazy.
So we kind of get a feeling that James is, or something in the future, his like the mom's house is going to be involved. We don't know what at this point, but it's like, oh shoot, like this is not good. Like this can't be good, right? No way.
This wasn't part of the plan.
So this is where, this is when Alice is like, okay, Bella. Edward's gonna come and get you. He and Emmett and Carlisle are gonna take you somewhere to hide you for a while. So they're like, okay, this is not working. Whatever this plan is that we're doing right now is not working. Like, we need to do something else.
Yeah, they're like, this sucks. New plan, new change, plans. We're out of here.
But you know, like in movies and stuff where they're like there's I don't know, someone can see the future or something, and then they're like, okay, we need to do something different. Like, we need to change the future somehow.
No,
but
I've never watched a movie like that at all.
But like those events are what caused that future to happen.
Oh,
you
it's
know what
inevitable.
I mean?
That's what you're saying.
Like, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen no matter what. So you try to change it, but it's gonna happen.
Right. That's already set in stone. All these, you've already seen the future in this future, so it doesn't matter.
So like this right here, what Alice is doing, it makes me wonder, like, is Edward coming, and like what she's suggesting here, is that actually the problem? Like, is that actually what is going to cause, like...
Well, no, she explains that the future change is doing, because she sees visions of specific people's futures, right? So she was seeing James's future. Yeah, so he made a different decision. He wasn't originally planning on going to her house in Phoenix, but then he did. So then she was like, oh shoot, new vision. I know James's thoughts. Kind of.
So yeah, this comes into play with Bella in a little bit, actually, where Alice gets another vision again, and it's like the same thing. Like, it's because someone made a decision, and we'll find out what that decision was. But
what could it be?
So Bella's obviously concerned about her mom. Duh. And Alice is like, Jasper and I will stay here till she's safe. And Bella's rightfully concerned here. She says, I can't win, Alice. You can't guard everyone I know forever. Don't you see what he's doing? He's not tracking me at all. He'll find someone. He'll hurt someone I love. Alice, I can't. And this makes total sense. Like, they're going to stop at nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to hurt whoever they can. It's like almost futile at this point. Like, I feel like, for me, they need to go on the offensive. They can't be defensive. Like, they're going, James and like the other two, like, or actually not the other two, just James and Victoria. Like, they're gonna do something, like.
What do you mean they're gonna do something? No,
like,
not.
they're gonna attack. They're gonna somehow get to Charlie. They're gonna, like, you know what I mean. They're going to get the mom, like, to get Bella. I just feel like.
So they're all spread out, and they have their feet kind of like in every door at the same time. So they have tons of options. Eventually, someone's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, or like they're going to like somehow corner Edward or something, like, and you know what I mean?
That'd be awesome. Rip Edward apart first. Oh, that'd be dark.
I feel like they're like 2 steps behind at this point. Like, I feel like they need to do something, like they need to be offensive. Like, they need to like all right.
They need to be offensive.
Bella's
like, just gonna walk in there and be like, you know what, James, your mama's so fat she can't even get her teeth around your neck. Okay, boy. I mean, you can't even get your teeth around her neck. Sorry, I'm being offensive.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Sorry, I'm not really good at vampire disses. My bad.
I don't know. Use Bella as bait or something. I don't know. Like, you guys need to.
They kind of already did that a little bit. No, wait, maybe they didn't. They tried to.
They tried to, like.
They baited Charlie.
Someone, they used someone else as bait. They used like Esme as bait.
Oh yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
They took her clothes or whatever.
I just feel like they need to do something like different. They need to be more risky. They need
they wanted to do that, but then it all got shut down or whatever. What was his name? Emmett. He was like, let's just kill him. Like
exactly
5 against or 7 against 1, whatever it was.
I still think they should have just fought them in the field right there and there. I really do. Like,
yeah, that was pretty stupid.
They could have like
poor decisions were made.
Like Edward could have just like grabbed Bella and then just started running while the other 6 fought the 3. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But
or you know what? Edward could have like used his super vampire powers and dug a hole
and buried her?
Buried Bella while they fought it out. I could just see him kind of like a dog, you know.
Oh man.
I don't know. If you think fast, you might be able to get creative.
Alice says we'll catch him, Bella, and she's just really concerned about anyone getting hurt, whether it's her family or their family. And they're trying to get her to go back to bed, but she kind of just like is in a fetal position in her room. It says for 3.5 hours. She says she just stared at the wall, curled in a ball, rocking. So
yeah, pretty hardcore. Like, this is bad. Like, oh dang, oh shoot, something's wrong with Bella. Somebody fix it.
The only thing that's comforting her is just the thought that she's going to see Edward again. That's like the only thing that's really kind of getting her through this. But it kind of goes away really quick here.
Was it right now where she started romancing about like how Edward was like the only thing that made her happy, and then she like got happy thinking about him? Or was that a little bit later? I can't remember.
She gets happy about imagining him right here a little bit, but it's really quick because
that was where I almost cried. I was like, "Aw,
that's so precious." It gets interrupted because the phone rings.
Bring, bring.
And so she goes back to the front room, and so Alice is talking on the phone. They're just boarding their plane. So Edward is, they're going to come to Phoenix to get Bella and stuff. So they says they'll land at 9:45, just a few more hours, it says. So Jasper at the moment is not there. He went to check out, so...
They went to check out of the hotel or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like that's a big task. I mean, usually all you do is drop the keys off and say, I'm leaving.
I know, it's pretty quick. So Jasper and Alice decided that they're going to relocate closer to the mom's house, Renee's house, so that obviously they can protect her better. But the phone rings again, and Alice answers, and she's like, "Hello." No, she's right here, and she hands the phone to Bella. Bella? Bella? It was my mother's voice in a familiar tone I had heard 1,000 times in my childhood. Anytime I'd gotten close to the edge of a sidewalk or straight out of sight in a crowded place, it was a sound of panic. So she goes, "Calm down, Mom. Everything is fine, okay? Just give me a minute and I'll explain everything, I promise." Mom? And then this is where it gets like, whoa, dude.
Yep, I'm ready for it. Ready to go.
All right. "Be very careful not to say anything until I tell you."
Who's that?
Ooh.
Who is that?
"Now, I don't need to hurt your mother, so please do exactly as I say and she'll be fine." I said she'll be fine.
Things just got turned. Oh, shoot. These are terrible sound effects. Anyways, holy crap, Stephanie Meyer. Where did this come from? This is like, she just had this in her armpit stashed forever. It's like, oh, shoot. Here's a good plot twist.
It came out smelling.
It was rank. No, but this is for you, Stephanie Meyer. Gangster status. Holy crap.
So,
this is a good book all of a sudden.
So James is calling from the mom's house, and
she's got mom.
He's got mom. He's got the Mama Bella.
Dude, what do you do if your mom calls you and all of a sudden a stranger just starts talking and threatening you? Like, guess what? I got your mom. What do you do? It's just like, oh, dude.
You know how they always say, like, come alone or, like, don't tell the police officer, like, don't call the cops, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like, how they always say stuff like that?
Of course.
Me? Like, I'll do the complete opposite. Like, I'm totally gonna tell someone because, like,
you'd get you get him killed, man.
Dude, these people are trained. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm
ruin
doing.
it.
Yeah, but what I'm like, they could still kill them either way. Like in this like circumstance, like what's stopping him from like chewing apart Renee and her? Like it's so stupid. Like there's, you know what I mean? Like yeah, if you go, there's not 100% certainty that he's just gonna like leave her be the mom.
Well, that's the decision a person has to make. Are
they
willing to risk someone's life, even though there might be a 1% chance that they could still make it out of it, rather than both of them die? So, maybe I'll take the chance and not tell the cops, and not tell the vampires that are on my side to come with me.
Okay, but a vampire, this is completely different than someone if they had, like, a gun against your mom or something like that. It's completely different.
Oh, yeah? Explain.
Because a vampire, you can't stop them. It doesn't matter what you have. A regular person can't do anything.
Okay, but this isn't any ordinary vampire, is it? This guy he's got a particular itch. He's got an itch.
Okay.
What is that itch? He has to hunt the one hard target. He doesn't care about the easy target. He can do that all day. He can always get a hobo on the side of the street or whatever that no one cares about, right?
Okay, but like, no, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, say it was just a person with a gun. Like, you have a chance to, like, stop them. Like, you could do something.
Hey, you
with
could
like
shoot
a
him in the
vampire
head from like 100 yards away.
Exactly. A vampire, you can shoot them and it probably won't even do anything to him.
You could shoot him with a stake at him.
I'm just saying, like, it's a completely different situation. Like, a vampire, you can't do anything to stop him unless you have a vampire with you. So,
or two.
You might as well tell Alice and Jasper, because you're not gonna be able to do anything from stopping him from doing anything. Like, yeah, he might kill you, but he's probably gonna kill Renee too. I don't know. I think it's stupid.
But she's she's thinking he's gonna be honest about it, and she's just hoping for the best. Like, okay, maybe if I turn myself in, my mom will still live from, not die. That's all she's hoping for. Because
murderers and criminals are honest. Yep.
But you have to remember, he's not just a murderer. He's a hunter. He's just there for the thrill of it. Like, he lives for this, If he wanted to kill someone, he'd do it, but he always wants to hunt.
Yeah, what I would do is, in front of Bella, I would just rip apart Renee and be like, "What's up?" like,
what's up?
You're next. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
jeez.
You see how brutal that would be for Bella? Like, even though she came and listened to him.
That would be so brutal.
Exactly. There's nothing from stopping him from doing this. That's why it's stupid. All right. Let's continue.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, fine. You win this one.
So then the conversation continues. He says, "Okay, now repeat after me and do try to sound natural. Please say, 'No, Mom, stay where you are.'" No, Mom, stay where you are. It was probably like, "No, Mom, stay where you are."
Probably like, "No, Mom, stay where you are."
He's like, slaps his face and he's like, "I can see this is going to be difficult."
Yeah, dude, you suck.
Yeah, like, you're terrible at acting. So why don't you go into another room? This way we can talk by our, just us two.
And your face doesn't ruin everything.
So she gets alone and they talk about how now I want you to listen very carefully. I'm going to need you to get away from your friends. Do you think you can do that? Bella says no. And he's like, "I'm sorry to hear that." Like, I was...
Guess what? You just lost the game. I hope you like ripping sounds of your mom's arms. Say bye-bye to left arm.
Oh. All right, well...
Okay, well, that sucks. I wasn't expecting that. Rip.
And it's like, you just hear him, like yelling from, like, off the phone. He's just like, "Hey, Renee! Renee,
Hey,
yeah,
Renee, your daughter
Renee.
doesn't know how to get away from stranger vampires.
Renee,
She doesn't
Renee.
care about you.
Renee, she said no. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
She don't even care about you at all.
Hey, you got any more of that prune juice?
Prune juice. How old is Renee?
Oh,
Got the prune juice. You got problems, man. Anyways.
So he kind of makes it clear to her, like, you realize that I have your mom, so, like...
Let's try this again. That was the wrong
Yeah.
answer. Let me help you out here.
The answer's yes. And she's
Say
like...
it with me now.
Yeah. She's like, yes. Okay, so what is going to happen is he's going to leave a phone number on a whiteboard next to the phone in Mama Bella's house. So she
Mama
needs to
Bella?
Yep. So she needs to get that number and call. So before noon, he says, before noon, please, Bella. I haven't got all day. I'm liking James more and more. He's kind of an interesting character.
Yeah, he's got some swagger.
Okay, so that's basically like the most important part of the conversation is that she's basically come alone, go to your mom's house, get the number, call me, and then I'll instruct you from there. So
Right.
she hangs up, and she's just basically at this point she's freaking out. Obviously, we all would if we were in this circumstance.
She was just panicking. She was just like, what do I do? How do I get rid of this? I can't. There's no way. I have to do it. I'm done. I accept my fate. I'm dead.
So she does the opposite of what I would do. She decides to not tell Alice and Jasper.
Didn't matter. Alice totally saw.
She sees it like
Sure.
I think she sees it when they get to the car, or something like
No,
that.
she has she has a vision like right then, doesn't she? Like she's like gripping the desk and she's like freaking out, and then all of a sudden they like both start staring at Bella blankly, and she's just like, "Oh no, it was just the same vision." Totally not.
Oh,
There's no way. She's covering for her basically.
Yeah. So then she writes a letter to Edward, and says, "If I read a letter for my mom, would you give it to her? But it's not for her mom; it's for Edward." This is what the letter says. Edward, I love you. I am so sorry. He has my mom, and I have to try. I know it may not work. I am so sorry, very sorry. Please
I
don't
tried
be
reading
angry.
this. I couldn't even do it. I was just like, it's too sloppy. Sorry.
Don't be angry with Alice and Jasper. If I get away from them, it will be a miracle. Tell them thank you for me, Alice especially, please. And please, please, don't come after him. That's what he wants. I think I can't bear it. If anyone has to get hurt because of me, especially you, please, this is the only thing I can ask you now for me. I love you, forgive me. Bella. She folds the letter, seals it in an envelope, and this line is so cheesy. And then I carefully sealed away my heart. Like, how preciously vomiting. That's another word I made up. Yeah, vomity.
Vomity?
That's the end of chapter 21. What was that?
That was your word, and that's my that's how I accept your word. Nah, it's not. It's vomity. Gosh.
Is that supposed to be? What is that?
That was bad gas, dude.
Oh, that's not a good sound effect for that.
I gave you. Oh, well, shoot, man. I'm doing it into a microphone through a cell phone. Please,
that was not
donate to our Patreon. We need help.
We need better soundboards, bro. All right.
Yeah, we need an actual soundboard with inputs. Anyways, yeah, it was pretty corny at the end, but at least she tried. She tried to get on the train and keep the gravy coming. You know, like, oh, here comes another cool one-liner, and then I carefully sealed away my heart. That works. I can't think of anything else. We'll just use that one. That's
This
how I feel.
chapter, oh my gosh, this chapter, just like this next chapter 22, it ends on such like man, like this. The end of this chapter was like, I just want to read the next chapter after this one. You know what I mean? Like it was like intense. What happens in this chapter at the end? So intense that you have to yawn.
No, I didn't like the ending of it. I kind of didn't like how it tried to do the cliffhanger the way it did. I liked like close to the end. Like right when she started getting her leg broken, I was like,
yeah. That's the end of the chapter.
I know. I just mean like not the end. But anyways, it's just like, yeah, finally.
Violence.
Yeah, violence. Oh, dude, she's screaming in pain. Like, it's kind of wrong, to root for someone to get in pain. I don't know, get hurt or whatever. But it's just like, woohoo! It's a book finally.
You just know that I don't know. It's okay. So for me, I don't think a good book is where all good wins in the end. You know what I mean?
I'm waiting for someone to actually make the movie that's like 50 minutes long. Where like it starts getting really good, but then the main character dies, and then the bad people take over, and that's the end of the movie.
No, I just mean like all heroes survive. Like even those that are dead get somehow brought back to life. Like I don't like
Star Wars. Is that what we're talking?
Who in Star Wars comes back to life?
Darth Vader. Yoda,
how does he come back to life?
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Dude, they're like in the Spirit Force world or whatever. You don't remember that?
They're not alive.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
They're totally alive. They're one with the Force.
You stupid idiot.
What? Dude, you don't even know Star Wars then. Freaking they're partying with the Ewoks and they're all like, what's up, dude? I'm Darth Vader and I don't have a mask on. What's up, bro?
Okay. You think alive is like they can't even touch anyone. They can't do anything. You
can't prove that.
They can't.
Did they ever try to hug in the movie? Did they ever try to shake hands in the movie?
Because they know they can't.
Nuh-uh. No way, dude. You can't. Okay, if they're one with the Force, they can control the Force. They can. Oh, okay, moving on. You're dumb. You're such a noob. Yeah, that's right. You can't even come back.
Star Wars.
Oh, you gotta Google it now.
What is it?
Dude, just Google if Anakin is eternal. That's all you gotta do. Is Anakin Skywalker eternal or immortal? That's all you gotta do.
But they're not immortal. They're dead.
No, he's not. He's totally alive. He's got life after death.
No, it's not.
Okay, is Anakin immortal? Bam. Google. Star Wars. How did Anakin learn to become a ghost? Get wrecked. Anakin learned to become a Force ghost. He's a Force ghost. If you choose this path to immortality, you must listen now before ... Google has all the answers, bro.
You want to know what the definition of a ghost is?
What?
Apparition of a dead person. A freaking dead person, you moron.
He doesn't have his body anymore. Why are we even talking about this?
So he's not alive.
Why are we talking about this? I don't know why.
I was saying that I don't like when books and movies are like every hero in the end is alive. It's all goody-goody.
Okay, yeah, Yoda and Darth Maul. Anyway.
People need to die along the way. It's realistic. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a fight, not all good people are like biased. Like, they're not gonna like live through some biased like.
That's
not how it works.
And bad guys don't always monologue for 20 seconds before they do the bad deed, and then get interrupted finally when they're about to push the button.
That's true.
Which is kind of what's probably going to happen right now.
Yeah,
I'm calling it, because he took a long time to what was it? What did he do? Film a video of him like beating her up a little bit.
Yeah, seriously.
There's a lot of those little stereotypical cliche fights.
Yeah.
Finally encounter one-on-one with the Dark Force, and he's monologuing. Oh no.
So in the beginning of chapter 22, this is where we get the Alice vision. So Bella's like, Alice? Yeah, she didn't react when she didn't react when I called her name, but her head was slowly rocking side to side, and I saw her face. Her eyes were blank, dazed. So this is when Alice is having the vision.
Oh, this is the vision. Okay, yeah.
But
there it is.
She just says, like, they ask, what is it? And then she just says, like, nothing really. It's just the same room as before, which, like... No, it wasn't. You know, like, okay, technically, it probably was the same room as before. This, like the ballet studio.
Yeah, the ballet studio. But this time it shows...
Yeah,
they get ripped apart.
Yeah. So...
or she sees a hero come in. And she's like, oh, I guess there's a good outcome. Better not influence anybody's decisions. That's probably why she was just like, just keep going.
So they ask her if she wants to eat anything. She says no, eat at the airport.
Who chooses to eat at the airport, dude? Only rich people do that.
It's like $1 billion at the airport.
You want a bottle of water? You probably have a better chance like during the Super Bowl. Holy crap, dude. Airports suck. A bottle of water at like a baseball game? What is it, like $8?
I don't know. It's expensive, though.
It's stupid. And like probably like a pint or whatever of beer, that's probably like $30 or something. Yeah, dude, they're just wrecking you nonstop.
So, they
don't get me going on those garlic fries.
They get into the dark. They get into the back of a dark car. And Bella asks, "So how does it work? The things that you see." This is where we kind of understand her ability a little bit more. She says, Edward said it wasn't definite, that things change. And so Alice says, yes, things change. Some things are more certain than others, like the weather. People are harder. I only see the course they're on while they're on it. Once they change their minds, make a new decision, no matter how small, the whole future shifts.
See?
So that's why when Bella decided that she's not going to tell Alice and Jasper, and she's going to go to her mom's house to call James. That's why Alice had another vision, because the future changed, because Bella made a new decision. So the whole course of the future changed.
Exactly.
So they park the car. They head into the airport.
They're 3 hours early or something.
They were a little early.
Because they sure seemed early. Because they're watching all these airplanes get in on time, and then they like have time to go look for food or whatever. Yeah,
go to the airport,
they're way
right?
too early.
They go to the airport, right, to pick up Edward, right?
Yeah, they were just waiting for them to get there.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, and that's what she's like. She's imagining him like walking out of the gate, slow motion. He's like funneling through everybody as quickly as he can, and she's like, I'm gonna leap into his arms. His marble arms, might I add. That sounds super uncomfortable, by the way.
It does.
If I got a hug by anybody that had marble arms, I'd be like, that sucks. No, thank you.
Yeah, that would be pretty awful. This part was kind of weird to me, so she says, I think I'll eat now, because they've just been waiting, and Alice says, I'll come with you, but then Bella's like, no, do you mind if Jasper comes instead? Which is like, I don't really get it. Why? Like, I get, like, she thinks she has, like, because she has to go to the bathroom and Jasper won't go into the bathroom. Like, I get that. But, like, why would the two of them buy this? Like, isn't that weird? I don't know.
Well, all she says is, I'm feeling a little ... She didn't even give, like, a good reason.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know, it really doesn't.
But they weren't suspicious. They were just like, okay, fine. Whatever.
Yeah. So
moving on.
They walk to go to get the food, and then Bella's like, wait, hold on a minute. Do you mind? I'll just be a moment. And she's talking about the ladies' room. She says that she's going to go to the bathroom. Jasper says, I'll be right there. And as soon as the door shut behind her, she just starts booking it. She's like
out of there. She knows there's a second exit, and she's just flying.
Which I think Jasper would totally hear that.
Right. They have supersonic hearing. It's like,
come on.
Wait, thud, thud, thud. That doesn't sound like running at all.
Or he's probably like, man, she really needed to go. She's like booking it to the stall. Like, she's just like...
Oh, man. Now I know why you didn't want to eat so early. Hey, Bella! Just like knocking on the door. Calm down in there.
Oh, no.
It'd be hilarious if that's what he was doing and Bella wasn't there. She ran off and he's over there like chuckling away like, dude, she's got issues, man.
All right. Well, maybe I guess I'm wrong. I thought he'd be suspicious, but never mind.
He's just very compassionate. He was trying to pass her good vibes. He was thinking
That's
she was
funny.
constipated. She's like, oh dang, I better help her out.
He's like, Alice, come over here. Like, listen to this.
Can you see this in the future? Oh man. Okay, she's running. She makes it to like a cab. No, it's a bus. A bus is like heading to like the
shuttle.
Hilton or something. Yeah.
But it's like taking forever or something like that. And so, like,
She's a cab.
she sees a cab instead. So she jumps in and she's like, can you get to Scottsdale? Or I need to go to this address. He's like, that's in Scottsdale's. And she just throws like 4 coins at him.
That's in Scottsdale's.
That's in Scottsdale.
That's in Scottsdale's.
That's
I
in
don't like it.
Sedale.
Yeah. If it's a far away place, I feel like not even $100 would even cover a cab
Taxis are
cab today.
so expensive.
Yeah, dude, you go
It's
like 5
insane.
blocks. You just paid like $15-$20.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah, I don't even know how people still use cabs because like Uber and Lyft, dude, those guys charge nothing, absolutely nothing.
We drove like an hour or something like that when we went on that cruise in an Uber, and like it ended up, it wasn't even, I don't know, it was like probably like $60-$65 or something like that. If I was in a cab for an hour, could you imagine?
That would be outrageous. I actually had my wife do that when she was in Brazil. She drove like an hour from one side of Sao Paulo to the other, and it wound up being like $80 or something. But I was like, it's better than a bus ticket, and it was faster too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so she says, "Will that be enough?" And he's just like, "Sure, good, no problem." Like,
Yeah,
he's like,
that was great, nice tip.
nice. So it's like she's not gonna need money anymore. You know where she's going, if you know what I mean.
She's only got to save a couple bucks. And then the cab driver did this sound. Nah, he definitely didn't do that sound. Man, this sound effect thing sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry about that, guys. I apologize.
So she gets to the house. She runs to the door. She gets inside. She has a problem like calling the number. Like she's so like panicky and just, I don't know, like so many emotions going through.
Shaking.
Yeah, she has a hard time dialing the right number. She gets it and she calls. And
I know what it is. She hasn't had her fix of heroin yet.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You're right.
She's been so long without her heroin.
She's having withdrawals right now.
Yeah, she's starting to shake. She's tweaking.
All right. So she said. So James answers and he says,
Very
that was
good.
that was quick. I'm impressed. But he says, do you remember the ballet studio just around the corner from your house? She does, obviously. She's been thinking about it lately since, Alice had the vision of the ballet studio. So she hangs up, runs out the door, which this is my question here is, you know how she's been like running this whole time and how she like books it to the ballet studio?
Falls like twice.
Okay, my question is, would you do that as well?
What, run?
Like, I don't know if I would be running. Like, I think I might be going slow because, like, I'm just, like, thinking about how I'm about to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would try to be delaying it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would be thinking, like, oh my gosh. Like, I would just be thinking about, like, everything. You know what I mean? Like, family, my life, like, you know what I mean? I'd just be like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be trying to delay the inevitable. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'd be hard. Like, because he knows he's not gonna like, because she's ahead of schedule. It's not like he's gonna kill her, like because she's not there in like 2 seconds.
Okay, but we're still assuming a ton of things. This is the exact same argument as before.
I just think that I don't know if I could run. I think I would just be like, oh my gosh, like
I'm about to die.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, I'd hope I'd run. Because, you got to think of the other people, too. She has no fault in this. She was just, an innocent bystander. And she understands that. Bella's just, like, freaking out, like, I got to save Mom. No one's going to get hurt because of me. And it's not like Bella did anything wrong, but she's just totally going, like, I don't know. She's just a righteous person, just going for it. You know, like, I gotta save everybody.
For some reason, when I read this, I had the sense that, like, Renee isn't in trouble anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like Renee was, like because Bella's coming to the studio. You know what I mean? Like,
studio. See, dude, it's hard to talk with headphones. Holy crap.
It really is. I just figured that Renee was fine. You know what I mean? Like, she's coming. Like, she's holding up her end of the deal. I just figured, I don't know. But
I didn't feel that way. I still feel like Bella's got to run, you know? Bella's got to make it there on time. She can't play stupid. She can't, I don't know. Like, you've got to play the guy's game. You don't want to take any chances with this guy.
So she's running. She sees the studio. It looks like, you know, just how she remembers it. Parking lot in the front was empty. She gets to the door and it's unlocked. So she goes through the door. And she's like looking at everything, and everything's kind of like how it was, how the lobby is dark and empty, air conditioner, you know, the dance floor and all this stuff. So she hears her mom's voice. She hears Bella. So she sprints to try to get to the sound of her voice, and it says like, Bella, you scared me. Don't you ever do that to me again. And then,
it's kind of a stupid thing to say.
As she's looking around, she sees it. There she was on the TV screen, tousling my hair in relief. It was Thanksgiving, and I was 12. We've gone to see my grandmother in California the last year before she died. We went to the beach one day, and I'd leaned too far over the edge of the pier. She'd seen my feet flailing, trying to reclaim my balance. And Bella, Bella, she called to me in fear, and then the TV screen was blue. So
she just got played. She's an idiot.
She got played by James.
That was a donkey, by the way.
She just got destroyed by James. Does it explain how James knows about the ballet studio, though?
Yeah, he was sitting in her house the whole time watching her family home videos, dude.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, he got there, like, no one was there, and he was just, like, learning all about Bella. He's like, oh, look, family home videos. He probably submitted a couple to AFV while he was there, like, oh, this one's great. They'll totally make $100 off of this one. And then, yeah, that was about it. I don't know, it was probably not that good. It was probably just one of those, like, 10-second clips that were on it, you know?
That's true.
Something weak.
It's James and her alone in the ballet studio. We're about to get, I don't know.
He's like, any last wishes? And Bella's like, one last dance. Nope,
there's a part in here where I thought it was going to get kind of weird, and I'll explain it when it comes up. But, you don't sound angry.
When he's like grabbing her neck or something?
No. Okay, so it says, you don't sound angry that I tricked you. And so basically, yeah, it just comes down to this. And so he says, I suppose you're going to tell me that your boyfriend will avenge you? And Bella says, no, I don't think so. At least I asked him not to. And then she says, I left him a letter. And he's like, how romantic, a last letter. And so she doesn't want Edward to seek out James because she doesn't want Edward to get hurt even after she's dead.
Right.
So we find out kind of what happened. So he explains, when Victoria couldn't get to your father, I had her find out more about you. There was no sense in running all over the planet chasing you down when I could comfortably wait for you in a place of my choosing. So after I talked to Victoria, I decided to come to Phoenix to pay your mother a visit. I heard you say you were going home. At first, I never dreamed you meant it, but then I wondered. Humans can be very predictable. They like to be somewhere familiar. So that's why he came to Phoenix. I usually get a feeling about the prey that I'm hunting at Sixth Sense. I listened to your message when I got to your mother's house, but of course, I couldn't be sure where'd you call from. It was very useful to have your number. Then your boyfriend got on a plane to Phoenix. Victoria was monitoring them for me. Naturally, In a game with this many players, I couldn't be working alone. And so they told me what I'd hoped, that you were here after all.
Why does he say they though? I thought the other guys, the other dude, the French guy who wasn't a part of it, but he keeps saying they.
He's talking about isn't he talking about Edward, Emmett, and Carlisle and stuff? Because he only mentions Victoria. Because I think that guy's name was Laurent, whatever.
Yeah.
And he left. They haven't mentioned him at all.
Okay, that's what I thought he was talking about. But if he's talking about Edward and them giving away the stuff,
so.
That makes more sense then. I was confused right there. My bad.
So he goes on. He says, "Would you mind very much if I left a little letter of my own for your Edward?" So this is when he grabs the video camera and you see the red light. So he's recording.
Right.
That's kind of intense. And he goes on to say, "I'm sorry, but I don't think he'll be able to resist hunting me after he watches this." Like, after I'd hear that sentence, dude. Oh,
dude,
man.
You'd be like creeped out and like going cold and, oh, this is bad.
This is where for some reason, I kind of got a dirty mind, I think, a little bit here. So it says, before we begin, I would just like to rub it in just a little bit. I thought he was going to like go and just like make out with her or something. You know what I mean? Like I just thought like he was gonna really rub it into Edward.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, I think that would be like to see that, and then he just like kills her. Like, oh man. I don't know. That's what I thought of, anyways.
I don't think that would hurt as much as him beating her up as he's about to do, though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure beating someone up and making him suffer would be worse than, oh, I'm gonna make out with your girlfriend against her will. It would hurt more if, like, for some reason Bella was into it. That would probably hurt way more.
Okay, this isn't some like erotic like. Like,
obviously, I'm just saying. It's just like, you were the one talking about how it could go really weird and spicy.
I just like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know that like this guy likes this, you know what I mean? Like this girl, whatever. I don't know. I think it's like, it's a low blow, dude. It is a
low blow. He's not gonna do a low blow. He's gonna have class. He's just gonna like punch her in the stomach and make her bleed and break her freaking leg. Woo!
All right, so this is where we get a little bit of a story here. I don't know. I didn't really understand it. I don't know if you did, but so you see the vampire who was so stupidly fond of this little victim made the choice that your Edward was too weak to make. When he's talking about
he's talking about, you're kind of jumping into it. So he already had a big hunt like this compared to Bella, and the only difference is he didn't actually get Bella. Yeah, he didn't get whoever he was hunting last time. And he was like, this person actually smelled better than you. Like, you're delicious, but the one I lost, grade A plus. Like, and there's nothing comparable to this stuff.
He does say, but he says the old one.
Right.
Do we know who the old one is?
Old what one?
We know who his victim or the person that he was hunting is. We find out that it's Alice, but he says when the old one knew, and then he like mentions the old one again in the same paragraph. He says the old vampire made her a strong new vampire.
Right.
Is that he's talking about Carlisle?
No, he's talking about a vampire. He's not talking about Carlisle.
But he says like the old vampire, like it's like a title of someone.
Yeah. Well, the dude obviously cared for Alice because she was in an insane asylum because she already had the power to see the future.
So we don't know who this is.
No, you just see he just tells it's just a vampire. Yeah.
So we find out. So we find out that the one that he failed to hunt was Alice.
Right.
So, okay, that's interesting.
And I think the only reason why the vampire like changed Alice into a vampire was because this James dude was about to hunt her down and like eat her or whatever. So he bit her and then changed her into a vampire, but she like didn't even suffer because of it. How weird is that? I still don't quite get how Alice didn't suffer, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he says that Alice smelled even better than Bella, which, all right, cool. I guess that's
big deal.
That's nice.
It's just it's the backstory that we were finally waiting for. Like, oh, there's nothing. She doesn't remember her past, and oh, look, here's something. Like, you know, Bella's actually going to contribute to Alice's backstory when she survives this, and yada yada yada.
Yeah, you're right.
Big deal. It's not that good of a backstory. I kind of didn't like it.
So
the reveal was weak.
So then he says, well, I suppose we should get on with it, and then I can call your friends and tell them where to find you and my little message. And then Bella's like, I was definitely sick now. Like, oh yeah, I would totally be too.
This sucks.
He slumps forward into a crouch I recognized, and his pleasant smile slowly widened. So this is when we hear about the teeth again, but we don't hear about fangs. Like,
There's
we don't
still no fangs. Yeah,
that's what I'm curious about. So she says, I couldn't help myself. I tried to run. As useless as I knew it would be, he just, like, boom, like, so fast, gets in front of her. I didn't see if he used his hand or his foot or whatever, but he just, like, hits her chest, and she just flies backward.
Ribs.
Yep, just flies backwards, hits her head and stuff.
Bashes into the mirror. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
It really does.
Comes flying down, and her like head split open because of the glass too.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. Oh man,
it's pretty brutal imagery. Like, she's already screwed. There's no chance. Yeah. Like, she doesn't. There's no way she can kick him in the balls. There's no self-defense here.
Yeah.
There's like nothing. It might as well just like curl up in a ball and not even give him like the benefit of being able to make her suffer more. You know, just like, just end it.
Yeah. Like it says, like, what is it? Some of the piece shattering and splintering on the floor beside me. I couldn't breathe. He walked toward me slowly, and then he was over me at once. His foot stepping down hard on my leg. I heard the sickening snap before I felt it. And then I did feel it, and I couldn't hold back my scream of agony. I twisted up to reach for my leg, and he was standing over me, smiling. Ooh. Dude, like...
It's pretty brutal.
Do you think it was her femur? Because, like, if that's the case, dude, that's gotta hurt.
Any like, broken bone's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but, like, the big boy, like, the biggest bone in your body,
That's the biggest bone?
The femur? Oh, yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Your leg's a massive muscle.
It's gotta be the biggest bone.
Yeah. If you didn't have that big of, like, yeah, okay. Yeah, your muscles would probably break your bone just by itself if it wasn't big enough. Makes sense. I didn't know that. Fun fact. Did you know you don't have any muscles in your hand?
We already talked about this.
Just saying. I know that fact.
So he then goes on, would you like to rethink your last request?
Wait, did she have a last request? Just don't hurt Edward or something?
I think he didn't want Edward, like, coming after him or something. I don't know, but
no, he doesn't. He wants the Edward to come.
Yeah, I know he does. But he says, wouldn't you rather have Edward try to find me? And Bella says, no, Edward, Edward, don't, because she knows he's filming, you know.
She's still talking to Edward.
And then something smashed into my face, throwing me back into the broken mirrors. Yeah. Over the pain of my leg, I felt the sharp rip across my scalp.
Oh, this is where she gets cut. My bad.
Where the glass cut into it, and then the warm wetness began to spread through my hair with alarming speed. Oh.
She's bleeding out already. There's no hope.
Dude.
She's dropping pints of blood, and she's with a vampire. What you gonna do?
So she has, like, nausea, and she's feeling dizzy. And then she says, I saw something that gave me a sudden final shred of hope. His eyes, merely intent before, now burned with an uncontrollable need, the blood. Spreading crimson across my white shirt, pooling rapidly on the floor, was driving him mad with thirst. So she's like, the reason why she says she has hope is that
it's gonna end.
It's gonna end now because he can't control himself with blood like this. Like, it's not gonna happen.
I'm too delicious.
Yeah. So as she's like losing her consciousness, she says, I heard as if from underwater the final growl of the hunter. I could see through the long tunnels my eyes had become, his dark shape coming toward me. With my last effort, my hand instinctively raised to protect my face. My eyes closed, and I drifted.
Oh no! I just remembered something. This is first person. If she passes out, we don't get to like actually witness like bit by bit whatever happens next. If she wakes up and she's okay, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Holy crap! I do not want to turn the page to see if that happens. I'm gonna wait for next week. But dude, there better be a play-by-play of the fight that's about to go on.
Yeah, there better be. I agree.
Holy crap! I just thought of that right now. Yeah, there's no way unless she wakes up and has like adrenaline boost, and she starts describing whatever happens next, because we all know what's about to happen. I mean, it's obvious. Someone's gonna come and save her.
We know a couple things. Okay, so we can guess at a couple of things. Obviously, Bella's not gone from the story because there's 3 other books. Okay, we know that. So Bella's not gone from the story. But what we don't know is he could like start like biting her and stuff and sucking blood. You know what I mean?
Right, that's the point.
And
right?
then
He's about to start sucking blood.
Someone could come in and like kill James.
Right, but it's too late. She's gonna.
But it's too late. She could turn into a vampire. Right, exactly. So either someone comes in before he bites her, or someone comes in after.
Oh, that's right. She's all messed up. She's gonna die no matter what. Even if so let's say he doesn't bite her, someone's still gonna have to bite her anyway.
Well, if Carlisle comes in, he's a doctor, dude. She's good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he'll be able to, like,
Carlisle's coming too. Yeah. I don't know. She's losing a lot of blood, and she's pretty weak.
Either she becomes a vampire here, or someone comes in before she's bitten. Those are like the only really 2 things that can happen.
Emmett just like smashes through the wall and says, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah."
That'd be sweet.
That would be really cool. But yeah, that's chapters 21 and 22. Like, it's getting good. These last couple of chapters.
And it's about to end.
We're getting action finally. Oh man, it's going to be so disappointing when we start book number 2 and it's just going to be all romance stuff again at the beginning. And then at the end of the book, it's going to get good. You know what's going to happen. But
I'm not anxious anymore. Shoot.
But I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, we have a Facebook page, Twilight Noobs. I have a Twitter, noob_Jason.
And we have a sound effects board on our cell phone, but it's terrible, so sorry about that.
We have a Patreon. If you want to support us, we can get better equipment. Just keep making these episodes and just, I don't know, it would help out a lot. So check that out as well.
Every little bit helps.
There's different options. You know what I mean? You don't have to do like $40 a month. You can just do like $2 a month. You know what I mean? So, but
all greatly appreciated.
Yep.
And thank you for the reviews that are about to come this week. I'm expecting a flood. I'm expecting like 30 reviews. It's gonna be sick.
There better be a flood.
Holy crap! I can't wait.
Or you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're about to get burned online. We'll hunt you down and we'll make a screen name for you, and we're gonna burn you. We're gonna roast you.
I think some people think that like you can't leave a review on iTunes because you don't have like an iPhone or something. You can just make an account like
you can go on your computer. Big deal. Or you can go to Podbean. You could still go to just log in, type in Twilight Noobs. We'll pop up on every website. Done. Leave a review. Exactly. We'll probably find it.
You have to make a little bit of effort, but come on. We're making all the effort here making the episode. You could make like, a minute. Take time out to leave a comment, review, or something.
Let's compromise. 30 seconds. You can do it. We believe in you. Bella would.
We believe in you.
Chuck is counting on you.
Don't let him down. All right. Well, do we have a team this week? What
MVP?
team are we on this week?
Yeah. Okay. Well, James was the MVP last time for getting this story going, right?
It's pretty cool how he's recording, this and like snapping your leg. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Yeah, he didn't really diss her though. If we're going for disses, if we're actually going for MVP, I'm thinking Alice is the MVP. Like for this one, like a legit MVP.
Oh, so now we want Alice.
She seems like she's in control. Like she's got her plan going because it's obvious she saw this coming. And
She
she's
did.
like, she's letting her suffer. Like she knew she was gonna get a broken leg for sure.
I think it comes down to either Alice or Bella.
Oh yeah,
you
I
can't
guess Bella.
you can't really give it to anyone else because
The courageous Renee.
Bella-
her mom has no idea what's going on. MVP.
like let's be honest, like Bella took a lot of courage to leave Jasper and Alice to go by herself, you know, to confront James. You know, she knows she's gonna die to save her mom.
Okay,
like,
fine,
it's
you're
pretty
right.
heroic.
MVP. Okay.
All right, we are Team Bella.
Team
It's
Bella
official.
for the week. Let's
I think it's
go.
I think it's our first time being
Really?
Team Bella.
Well,
I
she
think
doesn't
so.
deserve it very much. Gosh, too romantic.
She deserved it these 2 chapters. Way to step it up. But that's
Atta
gonna do
girl.
it for us. Thank you so much for stopping by. This has been Twilight Noobs. I'm Jason,
I'm Eric.
and maybe put a cast on your femur before you confront a vampire,
Yeah, or splint it, or bring a wooden stake.
or break it 1,000 times and it'll become stronger. And maybe you can't break it.
This is true. This is true.